contenders, because they are. And I'm not just saying it simply because they are serious title contenders with that performance.
Yeah, that performance, we're one game away from halfway, and they're 8 clear at the top of the Premier League.
Yeah, I can agree here as well. You know, they are the title contenders as well. But let's not forget, a lot of football is yet to be played. You know, and if you lose the next game, what is the point of winning this one? You know,
you have to consolidate.
Exactly, every game is important going into winning the Premier League, and Arsenal know that. And I agree with you when you say that people sometimes question if Arsenal have that winning mentality left from your time. But at the moment, they are showing that fully capable of going and win it in the end.
Okay, what a Premier League weekend that was. Stay with us, of course, for all the reactions to the North London derby and the 2 previous games. But it all started on Friday with those 3 goals and 3 points in the end. Aston Villa got 2 goals and the win against Leeds. 4 wins out of 6 under Unai Emery in the Premier League. United, of course, won the Manchester derby with that big call with the equaliser against City. Liverpool, who have now dropped 26 points this season, beaten 3-0 at Brighton. The huge game at the bottom went the way of Southampton at Everton. Forest won the East Midlands derby against Leicester by 2-0. Massive win for Wolves that took them out of the drop zone as well at home to West Ham. And another win. Brentford 7 unbeaten in the Premier League. And another defeat for Bournemouth. They've lost 8 of their last 9 league games. Then today we brought you Chelsea getting back to winning ways courtesy of Kai Havertz at home to Crystal Palace. And an 89th minute winner from Alexander Isak off the bench. The club record signing for Newcastle, giving them another 3 points against Fulham. And Arsenal have won the North London derby convincingly away at Spurs, their first win there since 2014 by 2-0. It's getting really, really tight at the bottom. All 3 teams in the drop zone are locked on 15 points. Southampton, Everton and West Ham. Bournemouth are out of the drop zone by just 1. Then come 3 teams on 17 points. Wolves, Leicester and Leeds. Forest now up to 13th with 20. Of Manchester City, who of course Arsenal still have to play twice. Of Manchester City, who of course Arsenal still have to play twice this season. Then just a point behind City come Newcastle and Manchester United, both on 38 points. Spurs, as we say, now 5 points off the top 4. Chelsea level on points with Liverpool down in 10th.
Aaron, Martin, Arsenal haven't beaten Spurs away since 2014. Quite simply, how good does that feel?
It was about time then. But yeah, I felt here last year and we wanted to do a better game, show a difference here last year and we wanted to do a better game, show a different side and show how much we have improved, and I think we did that today and I think we all enjoyed the game.
Aaron, how much did you feel you were totally in control in that first half?
Yeah, totally. I think we deserved the 2 goals and we probably deserved maybe more. We played the way we wanted to play the whole first half and we got the deserved lead, yeah.
The first one was a slightly strange goal, but yours was an absolute beauty. Tell us about it. And also, that goal celebration, basketball, where's that come from?
It's just something we talk about a lot inside the team, something with basketball, so that's why we did it. And Rambo tells me to shoot all the time, so finally I did it and you see what happened.
Aaron, you more than played your part as well. Some big saves there, particularly from Son and Kane as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm there to do. The manager also mentioned, obviously, I think the last quite a few North London derbies we haven't kept a clean sheet either, so especially when he's been in charge, so I think that might have spurred me on a little bit.
Of course it's been a terrific day for you, but what happened at the end? You seem to be involved with a fan as well. Can you tell us exactly what happened?
Yeah, obviously the Spurs fans were giving me some throughout the second half. I gave them some back, which to the few people who I did do it to was probably well greeted, sportsmanship like, and then a fan I jumped over and give me a little punch in the back, so that's what happened, and it's a shame because it's just a game of football at the end of the day.
What happened after that? Were you dragged away?
Yeah, everyone, I think both sets of players as well tried to, bring me away, and it's a sour taste, but I'm sure we'll enjoy it when we go back in the dressing room.
8 points is the lead right now. What's the significance of that at this stage of the season?
No, we're in a good position. There's no doubt about that. But we have to stay humble. We have to keep working hard. We can still improve a lot of things. You see today the difference between the first and the second half. So we still have some things to improve. So we have to keep going and keep pushing.
Well, it was a fabulous victory. Aaron, you were named the player of the match. Martin, will you hand over the award, please?
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
Right, guys. Cheers.
Yeah, we'll have a look at those saves in a moment. Stay humble, Martin Odegaard says. But 5 minutes for Arsenal then in the North London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 1 up inside 14 minutes. But Hugo Lloris had a mistake just before that, actually, which Eddie Nketiah could have profited from.
Yeah, he's got that in him, Hugo Lloris. He does that from out of nowhere. You're thinking like, he's just got to get that out and then bam, that's got to go. That helps you. That gives you confidence. That puts you on the front foot when they start that nervily. I think he's got volleyed that there, Berba. Yeah. I think, he's waited, he's on his weak foot. From where it is there, Steve, the way it comes back over Eddie's head, he's got a better chance of getting more power and more direction on this in the air now, going and hitting that, than waiting for them to get the guys on the line and stuff like that. But that was a signal. That was a signal of what Arsenal were going to do.
How did this go in, Berba?
The result, you mean?
How did this goal go in?
This goal, it's a clear mistake from Hugo Lloris. It's a clear mistake. I mean, you need to wake up. And the first signal was what we just saw. The first situation where he was a bit insecure. And this you try to explore it.
That's you see with him there. Once Thomas Partey's got
this you try to explore it.
That's you see with him there. Once Thomas Partey's got so much space, the line's too high, and that's what Saka's doing all day. He's doing all just turn and spin in there. I cannot believe Sessegnon's not going to stop him. He hasn't done anything to stop him or slow him up. I think there's a little deflection on it, Berber, when we look.
But you know why he's not attacking? Because he's inside probably the penalty box.
Yes.
So maybe he's a bit afraid because Saka is...
At least though, Burbs, he's got to get closer to him and let him beat him. This is so easy. Gets a little deflection, then obviously Lloris, he lets it in. But I think that's the way Arsenal have started. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. The way Arsenal have started is exactly how we knew they would start. Yeah. And they're putting them under pressure and they're keeping them under pressure.
Yeah, Spurs still sleeping.
And the second goal actually came originally from Lloris's goal kick. Came straight back to them.
Well, which I don't understand this type of kicks. There is no point to this. You're just kicking the ball and you hope for what? And then all the players are out of the position. Yes. You're going to speak about that. And then when the ball comes to Odegaard here, you know who you need to block because Odegaard have a good shot. So you need to be closer to the players who knows that can hurt you.
But you see Sessegnon, where's he going? It's like you say, Berber, there's no benefit for him going that far up. And now he's left his centre-half isolated with someone running at him. You look at with Saka running at him, you look at Odegaard, no one picks him up, everybody's dropping back, everybody's going into the box. So they're saying, okay, go and shoot. And he does shoot, and bam.
But you don't let players like that shoot. You can leave a right back to shoot, for example, all right? You don't leave the star man, the captain, with the left foot to shoot from position like this. Actually, here you cannot blame Hugo Lloris. It was a nice shot.
It was a good shot.
But you need to block players from that position with the quality that he's possessed, not to shoot.
I mean, Tottenham had all kinds of problems, but as you've alluded to, the main area down off
with the left fullback going up is crazy. It's crazy tactics because what's happening is Saka's playing very well. We're winning the ball back. You're winning it back here, and then now Arsenal really into it. They're challenging. They're winning second balls. They're going for everything, and now you're straight into Tottenham's defensive line, and this is unlucky. Just haven't got enough bodies in there. Maybe he couldn't quite pick someone out, but again, you got Arsenal in there, just keeping them in there. The pressure. Look at the pressure again. It's got to challenge him. Got to challenge him. Great effort. Oh, it's so great to watch. But this is amazing. Bang!
Oh my
wow!
God. This was going to be goal of the season probably.
I think it came off his shin. How'd you get that much power off your shin?
Well, it pains me to admit it, but Arsenal is 2-0 up deservedly, And if Spurs doesn't wake up the second half, like we spoke before, they can come back. They can come back. They have some good chances as well. Yeah. We didn't say about that. They have some good chances through Son and Harry Kane. They are still dangerous. If Arsenal score one more, though, maybe then it's a finish. But it's still not yet the end for Spurs if they can manage to score one goal from the first 5 minutes of the second half.